could say Jack Robinson. The cake started getting done. Oh my goodness. I'm laughing now, but it was not really a funny experience for me. Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchi, and on this channel I talk about cake business. I'm an international award-winning cake artist that is based in Manchester, the United Kingdom, and you're welcome to my channel just in case you're stopping by for the first time. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing something that is very important. It's a story and it's a learning curve for me, but it's also an experience that I would like to share with others, so that if you are in my shoes, coming here, you're relocating, or it might not even be that you're relocating, but you're having issues with your oven temperature, this video is for you. This video will be very, very useful and helpful. Yes, I know that I have an oven temperature series. Yeah, I have an oven baking series. I can't remember the exact title, but I have that playlist where I'm going to add this video to right now. And yes, I'm recording this video to post today. I have a video to post, but let's not even just go into that. Okay, so please, I need your support. I'm recording this video and I'm posting it later today. It means it's a lot of work, but I want to do it and I want to share my experience so far, especially as I've gotten the solution to the problem. So without further ado, what is this thing that I've been doing all wrong? What is this thing that I've not been doing right? What are the mistakes I've been making? If you are interested in knowing these things, then please stick around. I'll be right back. And you're welcome back. So just in case you see the exposure reducing and increasing, it's the normal UK style weather and all that. But let's go into my story. So for those of you who are new here, let me just give a background story. I recently relocated from Nigeria and I stayed at Huddersfield, West Yorkshire for a while, for like 2 months before coming to my own place. I stayed there for a while. My family and I stayed with somebody, a friend, before we came here. So I was doing some baking there already. I started baking, home baking and doing some other things there. So I had an idea of how the oven works. Sometimes if you've been following my relocation videos, at least you know the story and you know my journey so far. So we came to our own place. We moved to our own place. Thank God for that. We are now in Manchester. So there's an oven in the house. And I tried baking one particular day. So one of the mistakes I made, let me just go right into the mistakes. So that's where I'm coming from. So I've been using an oven. It's not like I've started baking here. Like I've baked fantastic cakes. My cakes are fantastic. So I've baked good cakes. And then coming here, I felt, oh, let me just try my oven. Let me bake. Let me do something for the house. And let's just see how it goes. Let me just test and try this oven. So number one mistake I made was assuming or not remembering that the oven in Huddersfield is different from the oven here. Okay, so I didn't remember that. I don't know if it's safe to say that no two ovens are the same, but I think, I don't know, I just have that at the back of my mind that no two ovens are the same. So you need to do due diligence. So that was one mistake I made. That is where I got it all wrong. So I was thinking, oh, the settings we were using in Huddersfield, because I know, like I mentioned in my baking culture shorts, if you've not watched that video, I'm going to link it for you to watch. One of the things I experienced, or it was a shock for me coming here, shock per se, is that the oven temperature is in Celsius. Okay, the numbers, the degrees are in Celsius. Okay, so I was thinking, oh, because in Huddersfield, you need to believe me. You need to believe this. We're baking with 125, around 125-ish, 125, 150-ish. And then if you want to compare baking at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, you know that the equivalent is not near that at all, like it's greater than that. But we're baking with 125. I can't remember what we're using for the other settings. There are usually two settings. So I can't remember. I think we were using the top. I think that's where that notion came from. So I just applied the same thing here with my oven, and to my greatest shock, I baked that day. First of all, I baked for more than an hour. I preheated my oven for like maybe 5 minutes thereabout plus, and then I was baking a banana bread, and I baked, and then I did the seal-in method. So it was nice. I baked late, started baking late, so I finished like 12 thereabouts, midnight. So I just said, oh, let me just seal in. So it came out nice. It's just that it took longer. Let me not forget this part. So after doing the first like 45 minutes, 50 thereabouts, the time that I set for it, I checked, it wasn't done. So I had to add some extra, maybe like 20 minutes thereabout based on what I could see. It still did not get done after that. I think I still added a little 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So I spent time that night. And then when it finally came out, everybody had gone to sleep. I was going to go to sleep. My kids, they had already slept. I then said, let me seal it. So I covered it immediately. The following morning, I woke up and checking this banana bread that I baked, I realized that the bottom was soggy, the bottom was soaked, the bottom was soft, meaning the bottom did not get done, but the top got done. So I just couldn't even figure out what was happening because, man, like I said, I've been baking at Huddersfield. This is not my first time baking here. It's not my first time baking in the UK. So I felt, oh, probably because I sealed it in, the heat was too much, something like that. But it's not my first time sealing in. These are things that I've done before. So I brought that aside, tried to troubleshoot, tried to figure out what could have gone wrong and all of that. The second mistake I made is this, that I did not even bother to learn how to use this oven. So really it did not hit me that probably the settings were wrong or the settings I was using was wrong. If I had known, maybe I would have learned. So I think probably I should have just checked Google. I should have just checked other videos, because it has it's a part of a particular brand. This oven is a particular brand. I mean, if you check Google, you will see, which I think I now did at some point. So I checked and then I saw some videos, but I think I should have done that earlier. So it was after I had the second issue, I felt, oh, maybe because of the sealing in, let me bake a banana bread again. So I did the banana bread again. The top was nice, tastes fantastic, texture okay. It's just a halfway from half the points down, somewhere like below half. Let me just say below halfway down. You see that it's not done. It's soft. It's almost like the batter didn't even get cooked at all. So it was. I did it the second time. The same thing happened. The cake did not come out done, and I did not seal in the second time. I felt okay, maybe because I was sealing in. Let me not do the sealing method. So I didn't cover it. The following morning, I checked, because it was towards the evening as well. I checked. Okay, and I said, let me increase the temperature. So I used 160 that day. I said, let me increase temperature. So I used 160, and I raised the level of the baking. So I raised it close to the top rack, and then the cake got, before I could say Jack Robinson, the cake started getting done. Oh my goodness. I'm laughing now, but it was not really a funny experience for me. It was not a funny experience for me. I wasn't happy at all. So the cake started getting done. I checked, it wasn't, so I had to now reduce the temperature. And then I think I moved the rack lower, but the same thing happened. It now got so brown. It got so brown. I have clips that I'll be inserting that you can see. So it got so brown. I don't know whether I can take, I think I took pictures. If I have pictures, I'll put them as well. So it got so brown. Finally, it took over an hour. Still, the top now became so brown. But by the following morning I checked, it still did not get done. So I was getting this all wrong. So I think I now put it up on my stories. One particular day I put it up on my stories that I'm struggling with baking with my oven here. I just put it up on my stories. I think that's one way I express myself. And I'm someone that likes sharing it as it is. So I put it up on my stories, and one of my mentees reached out to me. Ladun, thank you so much. Thank you once again. Shout out to you, just in case you're watching this video. So Ladun is based in the UK. So she's one of the people that reached out to me. You know, I've mentioned that a couple of people have been reaching out to say, you're welcome to the UK. If there's any way I can be of help, please let me know and all that. So when I got here, Ladun introduced herself to me, that she was one of the beneficiaries of my free mentorship programs I did in the past. For those of you that know me or have heard my story, I've done free mentorships for like 5 years now. I stopped last year. I did the last edition last year. So she said, she introduced herself that she's one of the recipients of my mentorship program. So that was when I arrived. Greeted me, told me if I need help, showed me where told me where I could get things and all. She was just being like basically she was really helpful. So I put this on my stories, and then she replied. Meanwhile, I put this on my stories and somebody was laughing. Like what's funny? I was wasting resources, you know, it led to waste of resources, time, gas. I was wasting, things were wasting. So it was very funny. I don't know what was funny about it anyway. So Ladun reached out to me and then offered to be of help. So she was like, okay, what oven? Can I send her the settings of the oven, the picture? So I sent her what the oven looked like, the settings, what it looked like. I don't even know how she was able to now find it, because I just sent only the top where you have the settings, and then she came and said, this is the name of your oven, this is the brand name of your oven. She sent me a link where I could see the manual. She sent me the link where I could see the manual. She was even busy that night, but she sent me the link, and that was where because I didn't even know that anything like this existed. So I saw the manual of my oven. There's no physical manual here. So I saw the manual, the soft copy of the oven, and then she just walked me through it, showed me even the settings she uses for her own oven. So that was when I realized that I've been doing it all wrong. Even my husband had been telling me from the first time. I think the first incident, that was when he even said, he said it's like you're supposed to be using this particular setting, you're using the wrong settings. You know, the oven has different settings, which I think that you should look up online, check on Google, but I'm going to insert some of them here. So I was in the grill only, the top part, and my husband was like, you're supposed to be using the top and bottom. Have you tried using the top and bottom? He will say that from time to time, as we're having these conversations, and I was trying to just troubleshoot and figure out what exactly was happening, what exactly is happening, in heaven's sake, in heaven's name. So that was what I was doing wrong. So that's the way we were doing it there. So I brought this thing here thinking it would work, and I was getting it all wrong. So I baked recently again, and thank God it came out better this time. And I have a separate video dedicated for that. I mentioned at the beginning that I have another video. So let me just check through my books so that I would not I would not miss anything I want to say. Okay, so yes, thing is that I just didn't relent. I did not relax. I was discouraged after especially after the second time. I was discouraged, like, what's happening? See, I'm wasting things. The second time I even baked. Okay, what am I saying? I did it 3 times. The third time is what I showed you in one of my videos that I baked. So I now decided to bake an 8-inch cake and a loaf cake, because I was thinking, probably is it the pan? Is it that my loaf pan is not compatible with this oven? What's happening? So I baked with my 8-inch pan, and I baked a loaf cake, 2 loaf cakes. I baked enough quantity that day. So I think that recipe is not my recipe. I got it from someone. So I think that recipe probably wasn't balanced, or I missed something out in the mix, or whatever. I don't know what really happened, but aside that, it was still the same thing. It took a while for it to get done, and at the end of the day, I had to trash the cake. So I threw it the following morning. I threw it away because it was just yucky and soggy, just as you can see in the video. So one thing I did not read, like I said, I was discouraged, but I now put that up on my stories, and then Ladon reached out to me, so I was able to check the manual online and then figure out what to do. Even you, my subscribers, some people mentioned in that video, I put it in that video, people have been giving me tips and they've been sharing. Thank you all so much. God bless you. Thank you for helping me. See, simple things are not so simple though. Yeah, so I was open to learning. I just put it up on my stories, and then someone reached out. Ladon helped me with that. So one thing you should do if you're having a problem like this is to an issue or challenge like this, to troubleshoot. Check what might be wrong, and then also try and Google. So when I searched Google, I saw a video relating to that. Was the first time I even saw a video about it, before Ladon reached out to me that evening. So I saw a video of someone that uses the same brand of oven as I do, and then I now saw her settings. Okay, so but I wouldn't say one should completely totally rely on this. You need to understand how your own oven works. Now I'm not talking about local oven or fabricated oven. Yes, you need to understand how it works, but this is like I don't know what they call this particular type of oven, but you need to understand how your own oven works. Like, I don't know, like, if it's safe to say it again once again, but I think that no two ovens are the same. So understand how your oven works. And I hope that this video has been of help to you. I try to keep it short, I try to keep it simple. So that's my oven with. So that's my story with my oven, the things I was doing wrong with my oven. I hope I didn't miss anything out. Yeah, so I was doing trial and error with the degrees as well. I was just trying to see what will work best, what will work, what would be a suitable temperature and setting. So these are some of the mistakes I made, which I will please not want you to make. So please watch this video and then practice. If you're having this issue, I hope that this video will be of great help to you. Please, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video and you've learned from it, please also give this video a thumbs up, like this video, and then subscribe to my channel as well. Okay, please don't forget to like this video. I beg of you to like this video and also drop me a kind comment. Right, until I see you in the next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.